Hey guys, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, Jeff Marconette Jr., and award winning international Make Every Second Count speaker. Now, my background is I was in a severe car accident. I spent 2.5 months in a coma, and I wasn't supposed to be walking right now, but guess what? Here I am. So, I do this show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where I bring new people on to tell you a little bit about what they've gone through and give you some suggestions on how you can overcome challenges in your life. Now, I ask you if you would please share this episode out. Invite all kinds of people to watch it. Heck, it doesn't matter. Just tag people in the comments on this, and that would be amazing. And then make sure you give us all kinds of thumbs up, hearts, smiley faces, frowning faces, cry faces, angry faces. It doesn't matter. Just help me beat the algorithm on Facebook. I would appreciate that. But with no further ado, I would like to bring to the virtual stage Izzy.
Hi, everybody. Hey,
Hey,
Jeff.
how are you?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you.
That's good. I'm glad to have you on here tonight. Now, while you introduce yourself, I want you to tell everybody who you are, where you're from, what you do, and more importantly, why you do what you do. But I am going to be inviting some people to watch the show and things like that.
All righty. Well, my name is Isabel Luz Camacho-Black, and I am an entrepreneur. So I own a business called Gigi's Natural Hippie Essentials. Is Gigi. She makes all natural products. Our best product that we're most proud of to share with everybody is a 6 ingredient, all natural healing salve. So this stuff is awesome, and I'd love to talk to you more about it. So reach out. But I am also a speaker, and that has come newly. I took a speaking course to learn how to talk about my business. Since my business was so new, I started it in February of 2021, and I was led to start sharing my story. So I now have linked up with five other speakers. I'm sorry, there's six of us.
And me. Oh,
And,
maybe not.
and anybody who would love to get on the stage. That's the beauty of it. But yes, we have linked up and we have started a Activate Your Power Now movement, where it's a 12-month series. We speak the second Wednesday of every month. And each month we have a different title that we speak on. This month is New Beginnings on April 13th. So I speak again on, I share my story. So, and with Activate Your Power Now, our goal is to have a stage for other people to share their story, to get activated, and to turn their pains into their powers. And to learn how to make every second count. Don't wait until you are dying to make every second count. Start.
Love it.
So that's where I love to inspire and challenge people. That's probably what I love to do on a daily. And that's been me forever. So um, I love looking at things as a glass half full. I
Yeah.
always I choose to see the beauty in people and in things, and I allow people in life to prove me wrong if I'm wrong sometimes. But I see beauty in everybody. Whether they choose to allow it to emerge or not is on them. But I truly do see the beauty. I like to treat them as so. Um, I am also co-authoring a book, Becoming the Best You. So my husband David Black and I are co-authors in the book in that book, and that'll be coming out in June, I believe.
Awesome.
And I am will a co-host to Becoming the Best You talk show with Miss Bren Ringwood, and that will I believe should be released to June or July, and it'll be streamed through Roku. So just follow me, and you'll get all the deets as we get them as we go finalizing everything. But we start, and I'm.
Oh, you're you're breaking up.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're around. Yeah. So Isabel or Izzy or Luz or Camacho or Black. I'll just call you all of them. But I would like to say hi to Ben Bruce and to Adam and my dad and let's see who else. Maria's out there and all right, not gonna try to attempt that one. But Adam here says that your name sounds Portuguese.
Well, I did look it up, and I think so. I'm not sure where it originates. My grandparents, my father's parents, come from Chihuahua, Mexico. I'm sorry. Am I breaking up or am I here?
You're good.
Okay. So they're from Mexico. Now, as far as how far where my name Camacho comes from, I'm not sure. My mom's maiden name is Reli Vasquez. So I'm just now starting to dig into my roots, my ancestors, and everything. So again, follow me as I go exploring myself. I would share it.
That is awesome. Now, I happen to know from my own personal experience, Isabel, that people on social media often show the best things in life. Often it's like a highlight reel and their life looks amazing. They look like they got everything together. But I know from my own life that stuff isn't always together. That things happen, we all face obstacles, and life is often a roller coaster going up the hill and down the other side. And it's not always the best thing. But I want to ask you if there's anything that you had to face that made you into the person you are today and has helped you grow to the person you are.
Thank you. Yeah, of course, I think it's fair to say that if you're growing, it's because you're going through something. So I've been through a lot. I have many tales to tell, but most recently, what I've gone through that has really given me a totally different look at life and how precious it is was when I was diagnosed with cancer in 2020. So I
Oh,
breast cancer. It was very just everything didn't make sense. When I was diagnosed, the imaging wasn't matching. The different imagings weren't matching each other. On one, it looked horrible. On the other one, there looked like there may be hope. So um, that was that me. I had started my intentional living one breath and step at a time. November of 2017, I committed and I said yes, and I declared to myself to promise to take life every breath and step at a time.
so
Literally
basically making every second count.
every second count because every second it means something
Yes.
with purpose. So exactly, I needed it. It's not I wanted, I needed to make every second count. There was a period of 4 months where I lived like I was dying. I was told to expect the worst. We had assumed my cancer had spread to my somewhere in my pelvis. I was full of cysts and had been battling stuff for 8 years there, and I had my cancer tumor for 11 years, and um, it was just a lot going on. And during that, right before that, I was nudged. I had already committed to God's will and God's way, and I was nudged to serve my family, who I had served before plenty of times, and had told myself, "No more. I can't help anymore." I was nudged to help, and I said yes. And then I had my diagnosis, and I was challenged to continue serving as if nothing had changed. And that's not easy. Choosing to every make every second count and to be intentional, although it makes life, I'll say for me, blissful maybe, but not easy. It's not easy. I'm in a state of joy because feel like I'm living my ultimate purpose right now, but the obstacles are still there. So, what I say helped me the most to get through and to grow through, not get through, to grow through, was
Yeah.
to continue to serve, to keep asking every time that I would feel down or defeated or want to feel victim. I would ask, what can I do next, Lord? What can I do next? There's someone out there who needs me right now. And I knew I had to just put my focus on living my life as if nothing had changed. How can I continue serving and giving back? Um, with that, with that, there came a time where I had to sit with it. That came in 2021 once I had beat cancer and some of the complications that came after. I did have to sit with it and figure out uh, what worked for me and what didn't while going through that journey.
What was the all right? When you say what worked for you, what exactly are you talking about?
What worked for me
Yeah.
was I was being ridiculous and devoting every second that I had available to spend in meditation and quietness. Um, I had to like totally slow down. So
You
I
had to cut life off pretty much.
and it looks like to others that I was being extra with it, extra spiritual,
Yeah.
you know, and it was, but when I would try to fit their narrative, because I would say, well, maybe I am. Am I fooling myself? Maybe I am. So I would practice what maybe I thought they wanted to see, and I would fall apart. So I was like, no, no. It I was given the privilege of having this time because I had lost my job at the beginning of COVID. And so I didn't have to go to work every day. I got my diagnosis soon after that. So I was able to sit with myself, sit with God, um, and literally just breathe and ask myself, who do I want to be? And how am I going to be that now? And that was just the same question I kept asking myself.
So I have to ask, what kind of meditation did you do? What did you said you wanted to block everything else out and be by yourself and in the quiet, but did you listen to anything? Did you have headphones on? Did you just chant? How exactly did you meditate, and how did it help you through everything?
All of the above. I I have and I had then. I didn't know yet that it was meditation. Now that I've learned the different ways of meditation and everything, I was like, that's what I was doing. So I would do a mixture, almost 24 hours, just sit, minus my responsibilities, cook dinner for my husband before he got home from work and tidied up, make sure I took a shower. I mean, it was very minimal. I barely had anything left to give. So I was just doing my best day by day.
Well, I'm sure you did fantastic. And I know that your husband, David, loves you immensely. So you obviously did a fantastic job doing whatever you did to beat cancer. And I'm so proud of you for that.
Thank you. But yes, I'd go to the park, to the lake, and I'd take a blanket and I'd take a speaker and I hadn't practiced my Catholic roots. I mean, honestly, I had denounced, my whole faith because I was never felt accepted in it. And I was drawn back to even start praying the rosary daily. And I still listen, I still pray it at times, but it was just and what that was it was giving me different types of discipline in different areas of my life that would, to most and even to me a couple years ago, would have seemed irrelevant, totally irrelevant. And now there are times where I go to bed early and it would be 9 o'clock at night, and God would nudge me to go for a walk and pray the rosary. And I didn't know why, but I would jump up and I grab my rosary and I'd be kind of scared because there was a fox family and some deer that lived in our neighborhood at our house. But I was like, God, he'll take care of me. So, um, but it was just things like that. So when I would feel nudged to get quiet or to put music on or to hear a podcast or a sermon, I wouldn't question it. Like, well, I should do this or I should do that. I started letting is what I did, I guess. And it's what I continue to do and it continues to work. So I just encourage people to do that for themselves, to learn to quiet their mind. And I'd love to talk about different ways that I individually, if people would like to reach out, of how I learned to quiet my mind because I'm a busybody. My mind is no different. My body just follows my mind, and I think it actually doesn't even keep up. Um,
That's amazing. So, I first of all, we talked on the phone earlier about those three words that nobody wants to hear, and I said that you have cancer. Those are the three words that nobody wants to hear. But I got to thinking about it. And those three words that nobody wants to hear can be immense and not necessarily you have cancer, but say you are dying or you are living. How can what is it like to hear something like that coming from somebody that's been trained?
well, for me, the first reaction is it takes your breath away because you don't even know what that means.
Yeah, wow. That's nuts.
Yeah, but
I
then
I
here,
can't believe that you had to go through that.
yeah, and for me, I just immediately start asking myself, okay, that the diagnosis, the fact that I have that, I can't change. How I choose to live, to accept it, is what I'm in charge of, what I do. So I
Yeah.
chose to face it. I chose to seek every day again. How can I serve? How can I become a better person today, regardless? Regardless, I'm tired of having excuses in my life to get in the way of me being the person I was created to be.
Yeah.
To me, it was just another thing that tried to get in my way, and I've never let anything get in my way. So it was gonna be no different. And that was
That's nuts. I know, like, from my own story and everything, that when they told me that I wouldn't walk again, I know I basically laughed at them, and I basically told them, "No, you're wrong. I'm going to walk." And I have um I have struggled through physical therapy now for 20 years. And I keep going back and back and back. Why? For more pain? No. I want to be the best me I can be. Just like you were saying about your book. What is it called again?
becoming the best you.
Becoming the best you. You see, my journey for becoming the best me requires me to go to therapy, so I can become the me that I know I can be, that was there at one time but is no longer there right now. So I can make it better. I can keep pushing myself, striving a little harder each day, and that's all anybody can do.
That's right. Now, if we
So,
self, we can't expect other people to want us to succeed in our journey more than what we want for ourselves. We have to be our first cheerleader. We have to be, and other people will see your worth and they'll want to cheer with you, but they got to see you cheering first.
yeah. So you're telling people that they have to cheer for themselves. I like that. That's great advice. So, do you happen to have any other advice for somebody that's dealing with something? Say they've lost their job, and you said you lost your job, but how did you deal with that emotional pain of losing your job? How can your experiences with cancer help people through their experience of losing a job?
So I'm not sure if I'm the best to give this advice because I'm not the type of person to look back very much, if at all. So I embrace when I lose something, and I think it's because I've trained myself for loss after loss in my life, or people walking out and not being reliable. So for me, when that door closed, I was eagerly awaiting which one was coming next to be open. I I didn't think of fear at all because I don't. I just think of, um, am I keeping my eyes open? Am I keeping my ears open? Am I, like you said, making sure that I'm doing my part, putting myself in places where I'm going to find what I'm looking for? And during that time, the awesome thing is that I had never even considered having a life coach or anything at at that time. I would have never even I knew they existed and kind of what they were, but gifted right 2 months before I lost my job. I was gifted a free session with a life coach. Lost my job. I took up the session and I started joining some of her other group sessions, and it started sparking things for me to look of myself of being complete, of being accountable, of accepting what is for what is. That was the great Donna Pugh. And um and then I had my diagnosis. So you see, I had already, because I was answering the nudges, doing things I would have never. Someone the year before would have said, "Hey, talk to my life coach." I would have said, "Gift it to someone else. I think I'm good."
Yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling very well because I probably would have done the same thing, and it's a coach is. I never thought I would need a coach, and it's just so beneficial for somebody to bounce ideas off of, somebody to offer you ideas and offer you ways to do things, and it's eye-opening.
Yes,
So I think that's something that each and every one of you should do. Get a coach.
yes. And I feel that, so I still have coaches, and I change to different people because different people specialize in different things, and as I go growing, I want to grow in different areas. So I link up with different types of coaches. Um so yeah, everybody needs one, and for multiple different reasons. I'm an advocate now. I would have never been before. I think it's so funny listening to myself talk sometimes, but I'm like, well, I've lived it now. So now I've gained the wisdom, the experience, and I want to do due diligence with that experience and pass it forward.
Yes, that is awesome. So, Isabel, you said that people should reach out to you if they have any questions or any. You said you love to talk and love to help people. So, how exactly would you like people to reach out to you?
The best way, and I guess if they're seeing this now, it's on Facebook, right? So the best way is through Facebook. Follow me, Isabel Luz Camacho-Black, and follow Activate Your Power Now.
Activate your power now.
These natural hippie essentials. And
Yeah,
uh,
you're gonna have to say that again.
I will put it all in the comments, but
All right, thank you.
on Messenger is the best way to get a hold of me right now.
All right, awesome. And how can people get a hold of your book in July if they want to?
It's, I believe, in June, and
Oh,
on Facebook, and I'll have all the dates and all the information on that as I go getting it. So
that's awesome. I thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy evening. Now, guys, tonight we had Isabel, and she told everybody about the three words that nobody ever wants to hear and how she dealt with that, how she got over some of that. And I know this was only a half hour long, but she's willing to talk more. So if you're wanting to find anything out, you're wanting to just talk to her or bounce something off her, then let her know. Reach out to her on Facebook. You can definitely do that. Isabel Luz Camacho-Black. Is that right?
that's right. And I want to remind everybody real quick that, making every second count and intentional living one breath and step at a time, it is a life practice. We'll
Yeah.
never expect it, never. So don't even try. It's a practice every day, every second.
Yeah, that's great. I love the fact that you incorporate make every second count in your message, and that just makes me feel good about it. Yeah, check that out. Make every second count, guys. So guys, I'll see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where I will have another guest that will rock your world and they will help you just slim down and stuff in the body, not just in the mind, but with the body as well. So definitely check me out next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, I need to remind everybody, including you, Izzy, to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. Guys, have a great night. I'll see you next Tuesday. And until then, remember, make every second count. See ya.